to everyone who's watching. Savina Arts is here and I am heading towards a hike. I didn't get the name, but I think it's a former bunker and it is located in Waimea, north shore of Hawaii. Let's get this started. I will take this moment with me forever. Absolutely no idea where this journey today will lead me, but I am trusting the process and trusting the guidance of my intuition, the lifestyle, and the wisdom of the place, travel-wise, spiritually-wise. Well, let's start. Apparently it's called, I already forgot, Ehukai something trail. And I saw reviews that it's very muddy. And I don't believe that I'm prepared for that, but it's okay, I can go as long as I can. Hold on. Ehukai Bunker Trail. Well, it's called a little bit different on Google Maps. And yeah, I'm not prepared for that today, but let's see. I'll try my best to avoid all the mud. We'll see where the trail will lead me to today. I noticed that some people went out and went in, and I thought nobody's here. See, mind is always making that picture, making things more scary. Or like, you see, you're here alone, nobody else. Maybe it's forbidden, or maybe it's like something bad is here. I have no idea where this fear of like deep woods was created. I don't know. I was born and I lived next to the big like woods, a big forest. The forest that if you go in, you may be lost forever because it's like a real Ural mountain forest. And then I don't know, maybe I was scared by my parents or something. Like, if you ever go, you're gonna be lost. You know how parents always do that incredible thing of scaring their kids from ever wanting to explore again. I don't know. Well, as I said earlier in other episodes, I am here to power through limiting beliefs. And doing that is, my body is helping me to do that. Because, you know, you can write your journals all you want, you can just pray all you want, but nothing works. Oh wow, am I so skinny to go through? Let's see. Okay, I am. Not without an effort. So, what was I saying? I was saying that when you actually do, like when you act on, when it's actionable, then it's going to be, when it's through the body, it's going to be embedded into you so much faster. Because it's all about action in the end. Any mindset work, whatever you do, it's always about what kind of action you do in the end. Are you sticking to something you know, or are you doing something new? So I'm definitely doing something new here. I think this trail is what I wanted today. I wish I knew about it in the morning, because it's pretty easy to me. And that's what I wanted. I wanted something easy like that. Nothing crazy, even though it's really muddy. Muddier than I thought. But still, relatively easy. Something that is a really, really good exercise. My mind is like, are we in the woods again? Yes, we are. I think my mind is also putting up with the fate of me being an explorer. And somehow it was developed to keep me safe. Whoosh, I almost fell. But I don't know why my mind does not understand that safety does not always mean safety. And I know about that a lot. Okay, where's the trail? Is that it? Let's see. Okay, I think it is. Oh wow. Okay, some people there. I like that it's easy, but it's challenging. Both at the same time. Easy, when I say easy, means that there are no like crazy heights you can fall off from. But challenging means you gotta still climb. And I'll go conquer this little hill and come back. Definitely not easy. But I enjoy it so much. I like the challenge. I feel so much alive when there is a physical challenge and we have to activate and exercise our bodies. And that's a perfect way to do that because my brain is also very entertained. Phew, a little out of breath. I have to say that I used to love exercising in like gym, on the treadmills or the running machines, but then it just became so boring to me. I like the challenge and I like that it's also practical. So you have a goal. It's easy to quit when you are just on the treadmill or whatever. You just say like, okay, stop. When you hike one way like 2 hours, you're tired, well, you kind of also have to climb back. That's how it works. And you cannot just stay there, so unless you want to, but it's not preferred. So you have to go back. And I shared when I traveled and hiked the Vili Vili Nui trail, I think, that there was a period in my life where I was encouraged to drop all the sports activity because it's stupid, because it's not safe. And I thought that, why am I like torturing my body? Why can't I just like be normal? Why can't I just like do, see this emotion? Why can't I do just like mild exercising, like gentle Pilates for my body, not to engage in this hiking stuff and anything extreme that I did. And I actually tried not to do extremes anymore. I tried to take care of my body. But quickly, I lost a muscle. And I believe that there's a Russian expression like в здоровом теле здоровый дух, which means that in a stronger body there is a strong spirit. So believe me, it's true. The more that's how it works. By going through a challenge, by going through something that is kind of like also difficult by pushing yourself, not like through horrible pain where you want to like scream, because I used to a long time ago do that. I used to push myself until I would like break a muscle or a ligament or something. That's not okay, that's horrible. That's a dumb way to die. Look at this. Same like in the really movie. And I'm in my Crocs because I wanted to exercise my feet. And there are no platform, so I wanted to like actually feel on everything that I'm stepping on, but I didn't want to go barefoot. So when you're reaching your breaking point, let's say in building a muscle, you have to push yourself and then a muscle grows. That is the same with our like personal growth. You have to push yourself. And I'm sorry, I'm a little bit out of breath, but you see that I go upward and upward and upward. So same with the personal growth. There has to be discomfort. That's how it works. If you want to just sit on a sofa and wait. If you want a personal growth, if you want a physical growth, but all you're willing to do is just sit at home and drink chocolate milk, unfortunately, you may want what you want, but even manifestation will not work in this case. A lot of people confuse this spiritual term of manifestation with being like comfortable in a chair at home, doing absolutely nothing, then miracles happen just because they did vision boards. It still gives you some direction in life, just because, believe me, some of my vision boards, it worked. But it took me 5 years, specifically actually with the Hawaii. So it can work so much faster if it's conscious, if you're aware, and if you actually act on it. So if you want to be healthy, if you want to be successful, strong, there got to be a challenge. Yes, you can do things, but for personal growth, for the muscle growth, which same, right? Like emotional growth, physical growth, energy growth, there has to be a challenge. Not like until you break, not something where you feel like hurt, actual hurt. There's different kind of pain. The one that gives you growth and the one that just like hurts you. So I talk about the one that gives you growth, and there has to be discomfort. That's how it works. Going beyond the comfort zone is, which I talked previously, not necessarily means something comfortable. Comfort zone doesn't mean comfortance. Comfort zone means something that you know how to do, even though it's freaking difficult. But you just know how to do it, so it's like easier choice. But to step out of that comfort zone, out of the known, there has to be discomfort. And I like to pair them. The physical discomfort, which is it's not about discomfort, it's about challenge. Physical challenge, mental challenge, emotional challenge. That's how we grow. That's how we spiritually grow and emotionally grow. Let's continue the hike. I don't know why, but I'm obsessed with stairs. What I like about this hike is that they are kind of like natural looking. Look at them. What I don't like is like those metal daggers that are just out from the ground, but it's just so much easier when you can see the like where you step. It's so cool. I think there are people behind me. Some stairs are like that, some are made of tree roots. Is it mosquitoes? My problem that it's hot mostly than the physical challenge. It's freaking hot and I don't know why. I cannot believe that there used to be a time that I would not dare to even think about going on a hike alone. Some of the people that know me know that about me when they would try to bring me, I don't know, especially in the evening, some of when who cannot see anything. That is like just a nightmare. And myself, I dreamed to go on a camping trip for like 2 years now, but I was always scared about it. And I feel like now I'm closer and closer to that. Look at me, all on my own in the woods hiking. I feel really, really free now. Good vibes only. Well, I reached the top and now I'm heading back. As I'm walking now and just thinking, I have to say that I think that I am still afraid of being alone. It feels that I am very unprotected. And what I am scared of, especially I think, is people. Are people. And unfortunately we live in a world of trauma, and traumatized, hurt people hurt other people. And I've seen that a lot in my lifetime, and especially in the country that I grew up into. It was so chaotic, and I think I'm still, even though I know in my mind that I'm safe, every time I'm connected to people with specific energy, I just can't. I feel like I want to flee immediately. And now I encountered some, I think they're just boys, like teenagers, but I immediately feel the energy, and some people are like, I don't know, maybe they have some traumas within them, maybe they want to find the way how to be like significant to somebody, but they are showing off immediately, like a lot, and they're showing a very like aggressive behavior, and they feel like, they think that it's really cool, but it's like this animal world. Like the bigger you are, the stronger you are, the bigger animal you are, like the more power you have in this territorial thing as well. I don't like that. I try all my best to avoid people like that, and just to stick with people that are spiritually growing and that are more than what we are at our core, just animals. That's what our body is. We have instincts, we have survival modes, and all the survival mode is pretty much you're just becoming an animal, and you're living by the animal laws. Like you're attacking, you're protecting, you're fighting, what is it? Fight or flight and all of that. When I see people like that, and especially I see a lot of that in men, not trying to be toxic, but I feel like I agree with this comedian Catherine Ryan, I think she is. I don't dislike men. I dislike the toxic masculinity that holds a lot of men back. When I see men presenting this very aggressive behavior, they think that they look cool, but I'm just like, honestly, I feel like writing a book for a very long time right now. I'm doing the outline, just collecting some information, and I feel like the times are changing and women are changing, but men are not yet adapt to the way how things are right now. So it used to be simple, like in still in some USSR, former USSR countries, you just go outside, you grab a woman that you like, just take her home. You marry her, you do whatever you want. It's the actual tradition in some nationalities in Russia. So my arm is getting tired and I never carry the selfie stick with me, I always forget. And it's really heavy, I don't feel like carrying it. So it used to be simple. It used to be all about men, and women, they just need to be good at shutting up and just like get out of the way, pretty much. So all of the fields were reserved for men. It was all about men. It was all about what they want, how they perceive the world. Insurance would only cover like things that men need, like condoms, but not pads for women, like all of this shit like this. It's just a funny example that used to be. So now times are changing, and I think that not all men know how to navigate this change. They don't want to be what they are. I see that. A lot of times I see that men don't want to play this role anymore. But it's all about like, what else? But how else? From what I've seen, I can be mistaken. I mean, it's reserved to both genders, but I've seen that especially in men a lot, that they navigate life from what they were taught. So they create these ideologies and they follow them. Look at our world. Look at how all of this, like the way how you need to marry it, and the ribbon on this side, and the dress has to be this way, and then you have to smell like this, not like that, and then like a lot of constellations, even on the physical level of how you need to stand, stare, like sleep, walk, have sex. Like there are a lot of rules, and men are all about, from what I've noticed. Of course, I judge by the men I've seen in my culture. So in your culture, your country can be different, but in mine, men are all about like ideologies, how things should be, what has to be done, what must to be. I've never seen men like, I mean, and my father is actually more emotional than average man of my nationality. He's more like, he is willing to have deep conversations and open up and experience emotions, but still, even within him, I notice these things of how things should be. A woman should be like this, and that. Friendship should be this, and that. But of course, especially, there are a lot of constellations about how a woman should be. And I feel like this created this toxic masculinity of men trying to be really like authoritarian, and with all of the dictatorship and narcissism, like it's all about me, I know what to do for you as well, I know, like they're trying to save the world with all of this savior complex, all of them trying to save somebody, a woman, a world. And I saw this a lot, how this toxic ideology, and how interestingly the whole society continues to like input, how do I say it? The society continues to feed this ideology, especially in my culture. I don't see that in American culture, but I see it in my culture. How everyone is concerned why a male, like a man, grows up to be narcissistic, like authoritarian, dictator, asshole. But then they make everything so he grew up this way. Always imprinted with messages like a woman needs to serve you, and then the mother would always prioritize her son over herself, and like just not to give a crap about herself, but just like live for him. And like constantly men are bombarded with these messages in my culture that men are superior, and then everybody is like, why am I like that? Maybe the God made him this way. No, it's society. And so when I see this aggressive behavior, and I guess, I mean, people can be aggressive of both genders, I agree. I was gonna say that, but when I see an aggressive behavior from males, it immediately sends me to like this not safe mode. As you can see, I grew up in a very like patriarchal society, if I pronounce it correctly. And that imprinted a lot of like fears onto me. And even though I live in a different country, in a different culture now, and I don't see this in I don't see those fears that are in my head, I don't see them manifesting in reality anymore, because I'm in a different culture. But still, any slight sign of toxic behavior, aggressive, I immediately get scared. And this is one of the reasons why I'm afraid to go alone. And because in my culture, you know, if you, I don't know if it's not on a very positive note, but I've seen and I know a lot of women that have been hurt, like physically, emotionally, sexually. That imprinted a lot of fears onto me. I think all I'm trying to say is that it doesn't matter like what, like if a lot of time will pass, if you will shift like continents, countries, even like planets, things like that, they stay in your head, and it will take a lot of courage and a lot of small steps to overcome that. And I remember how last summer, maybe August or July, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I worked with a mentor that I spoke to about it, that I have so many dreams, not necessarily related to like money or profession or something like that. I told her that I really dream, and I dream to travel a lot, and I need to travel alone because I feel a lot of spaciousness. I feel this connection to my body, to the space around me, and I just feel so good, and I need to be alone. But imagine, how can you do that if you have this profound traumas and you are afraid? So this is, I don't know how many times so far I've traveled and hiked a lot. This is profound to me. And I think that for a person who experienced traumas in their life, I would say that take it step by step, and that you can see a very happy, successful person, or like, I don't know, but you never know what's going on within, inside. And then maybe you think that, oh, but it's easier for them, but it's not always the case. So what I'm trying to say is that I don't know what you have within you, but day by day, small step. And I used to just drive to parks and sit in the car, with the car being closed, not being able to enter a forest, not even hike alone. But see, now it changed, and it took me some time. And it always is faster when you are going through this journey not alone, when you are with someone, when you follow the footsteps of a person that already been where you are. So if you are looking for a mentor, coach, psychologist, it's better to, maybe not psychologist, but especially mentor and coach, if you see that they have this experience, see that they have this knowledge, naturally it's going to be easier for them to help you because they've been through that and they know how to deal with it. It's just a heads up. So yeah, I think this video took a little different direction that I originally planned, but just something came up and I think it was still important to mention just because it's experience and it's something that is coming through maybe, and you needed that. So let's leave it here.